me a beer out of there if you don't mind, baby. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Come on in here. You mind giving me a beer once you get out of there?
I'll see what I can do for you.
Thank you so much. Nephew, what's up, baby? Let me go and watch down real quick. You want me to hit the tire, too?
Go ahead.
Hit the tire.
Go ahead.
Okay.
How much owes?
Shit, if you want to, just go and give me a little bill or something. I ain't gonna need that little bill.
Alright, I got
You
it.
found me.
Yeah,
You can go get now?
yeah, I'm gonna go.
Living my life like a go. I'm gonna be done with chop. Be done. Oh, baby, thank you. Oh, God gonna bless you for that.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I got you.
All right, now. I ain't getting that.
Go now, get up front.
All I'm trying to do is make me some money. Y'all won't sit there and do that every time I come out.
With Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
9 times out of 10, you done heard the name Nussie before. 10 times out of 10, you done heard the name Boosie. Heard bits and pieces of the story, but here it seems like a comprehensive documentary style. This the title. That's not my title, that's his title. So with no further ado, let's see what Nussie and Boosie and that Baton Rouge murder scene has been up to.
Oh, what's up, man? I'm Nussie. Dope Celebrity Records, Baton Rouge representative, Mr. Really Be Doing Them Things, Up 5-0. All the rumors you heard is true.
Nussie really wasn't hated by all. Like, everybody didn't have a problem with Nussie. And Nussie didn't have a problem with everybody.
Yeah.
He just had a problem with certain people. Certain people had a problem with him, and then people chose sides from that.
I really be in them streets. I really be doing them things. Niggas really be scared of me. You can say what you want, but you better mumble it. I gotta keep it real. Yeah, a nigga wanna murk me cause I make them chunks feel like them Thanksgiving turkeys. It is what it is. Check the stats, facts are facts. They call them Iron Chest Charlie, so I shot him in the back.
Boosie them did it like they was on the news. Everybody know who did it. All on record. Nigga supposed to be gangsters, all they people on the news. Everybody know who did it. They just need to stop. Y'all need to stop him.
Baton Rouge in the mid-2000s, man, it was like a live-action war zone. Guns popping every night, bodies dropping like mixtapes, in the hood already numb to the sirens. It wasn't no safe zone, it was survival season year-round. Folks ain't just duck bullets, they duck beef, they duck betrayal, they duck the next setup coming from somebody they knew yesterday. And right in the middle of it, Chris Linnell Jackson, the streets call that boy Nussie. Ain't no mystery nickname, ain't no polished up rap titles, just Nussie, the grimy cat out of South Baton Rouge, who wasn't respected for no voice, no stage energy, none of that rap star talk type shit. People knew that boy cause he stayed scheming. Nussie was the type to hit a lick with counterfeit bills, hand them over like Monopoly money, walk off with the work while the connects sitting there just figuring out they got played. Word on the street was that boy said you pounds that look right, smell kinda right, but bust that bag open and it was straight hay. Imagine paying top dollar for cow feed. That's the kind of hustle that boy Nussie thrived on. He wasn't playing Robin Hood. He wasn't no reflection of the city. Plenty folks and be all hustled honest, or at least tried to. Nussie, he was in a different lane, all the way grimy. Now yeah, rap started creeping into his picture. He had tracks floating around, enough to make some noise in Baton Rouge, but Nussie wasn't trying to sell no image of redemption. He was the same street dude on wax as he was off. And then came the twist, set everything off. He started using rap as a weapon, and his target was the hottest thing moving in Baton Rouge at the time, Lil Boosie. Boosie was already the hood soundtrack. His name was currency in them streets, and folks rolled for him heavy. But when Nussie dropped that street gossip joint calling Boosie a rat, he ain't just threw a diss, he threw gasoline on the block that was already on fire. That's when he started clowning that boy Boosie by twisting his name, calling himself Nussie Badass, just to mock that boy. But truth be told, to the streets, he was never badass. To the streets, he was just Nussie, the grimy cat you couldn't trust if he was trying to cop some work. In that Ivy situation, let's clear that shit up early. People been pushing that rumor like Nussie got killed because he smoked Boosie's partner, Ivy. That shit right there is straight up cap. Ivy's murder wasn't even Nussie's work. Beef that sealed Nussie's fate wasn't about him killing Ivy. It was about him mocking Ivy's death, joking on it, throwing dirt on a name that was sacred in Boosie's circle. And in Baton Rouge, where respect was oxygen, that type of mockery, that was like breathing poison. The city was already primed for violence, and that diss track was just the starter pistol. The countdown on Nussie's life had already started. By the time 2009 hit, Baton Rouge was sitting on edge. The whole city felt like a ticking time bomb.
Well, it was a violent weekend across Baton Rouge Parish. 4 people killed in 3 separate incidents. And with a left to go in January, Baton Rouge police say this will be the deadliest month.
And Nussie was walking around going with his move. He was still hitting them same licks, still finessing dudes with funny money and hate packs, still the same grimy Southside Jack boy everybody whispered about. And on top of that, he had a microphone now, using it like a chopper to make sure everybody heard the smoke he had for Boosie. The street gospel track wasn't just some random diss. It was a death wish in audio form. He called Boosie a rat, mocked his dead homie Ivy, and counting that badass tag like he was wearing it better than Boosie himself. People in the city like that boy Nussie wildin', playing with fire like he invincible, but even Superman would have needed a vest out chip.
In the process of us doing that, he's still making songs and he's saying certain things that I'm not cool with him saying. And I'm like, you know, bro, I asked you not to do that. And, you know, he gave me that look like, you know, like, bro, like.
What did he say that had you where you drew the line?
Well, he knew how close that my relationship was with Ivory, because like I say, he was right there with us.
Baton Rouge politics wasn't Instagram arguments or YouTube comments. Nah, this was real street shit, real blood ties, and disrespect that hit harder than hollow tips. Boosie was the voice of the trenches, and Ivy's name was untouchable. So when Nussie decided to make Ivy into a punchline, he signed his name on a contract he couldn't cash out. Fast forward to February 9th, 2009, out Baton Rouge, Nussie in the house on America Street, thinking it's just another night. But nah, this one had a red circle on the calendar. Body pushed through with that iron, shots rang out, and by the time the smoke cleared, Nussie was laid out. Headshot, 33 years old.
That is a scoop of Nussie was shot dead in Baton Rouge. Police say Chris Jackson, known by his rap name as Nussie, was murdered last night in the Mid-City area of Baton
Nussie and Nipsey, 33.
Rouge. His body was found on America Street. No known shooter or motive right now. This is Rick Margolis gets answers on the murder and Nussie's role in the rap community. Frank, 33-year-old rapper, was on the fast track to stardom before police found him dead.
You quit this now. He walked in the room, I mean, it lit up. His energy was so overwhelming.
Our Dana Winbush says she's known Chris Jackson for her whole life, but she knew him by his rap name, Nussie. This was the scene last night when police found the Baton Rouge rapper shot to death inside a home in the 2300 block of America Street. The killers are still on the loose, and police have few answers. Today, friends and family gathered outside Dope Celebrity Records on North 31st Street to pay tribute to the musician.
My man Nussie from Baton Rouge.
John Robert hosts a TV show featuring Louisiana's rap musicians. He says Nussie was a star on the rise who could have pulled others along with him.
It's a great loss because here you have another young black man who was tragically taken, who had talent that also, could have helped.
Same old story, same old song we seem to sing all year long.
People with jobs, could have helped people with their careers, could have shed a light on Baton Rouge music scene.
Rumors on the street run wild as to why Nussie was a target, but Winbush says you can't rule anything out.
I worry about the faith of everybody, period. Not just rap artists, everybody. It could be a random. I mean, no one knows if it was rap related, no one knows if it was, beef related. No one knows at this point.
Winbush says Nussie was just days away from signing a recording contract with a major label. Phone calls to that company seeking comment were not returned. Chris Nussie Jackson leaves behind 2 daughters, ages 13 and 4. Luke Margolis, WBRZ, Balance News. spectacular. Now, a second man was also found shot about the same time, just blocks from where police found Nussie.
The hood lit up with whispers before the cops even finished putting up tape. Folks was crying, man, Boosie gotta be behind this, like it was obvious mad. Street logic went, it's Boosie, Clown Ivy, end up dead, case closed. 12 ain't work on hood equations, they ain't dropped no motive at first. They said they found him shot in the crib, no suspect, no answers. It's another body chalked on them bloody Baton Rouge streets. Still the timing spoke louder than police sirens to a city that already picked sides in the beef. It looked like the scoreboard just updated. And the irony, the same streets he played dirty on, hustling cats with hate, shorting them with counterfeit cash, acting when he felt like it. Those same streets watch him go out dirty. Ain't no glamour in it, ain't no glory. Just another street dude who flew too close to the flames and got burned. Soon as Nussie's body hit that coroner's table, the city knew cops was gonna come sniffing. But this was no clean-cut whodunit. This was Baton Rouge, where killers ain't bragging on Instagram Live. He moving in silence, letting rumors do the dirty work. For weeks, the word was just Boosie did it. Like that man pulled the trigger himself. But 12 ain't got the luxury of street whispers. They needed names, faces, and charges they could stick to. Thing is, this ain't make it hard for people to assume where the smoke was coming from. Before his death, he straight up taunted Boosie in public, holding up that infamous t-shirt airbrushed with the words, "Rest in peace." Who
They gonna assume Boosie just because of that. Anybody could have knocked him.
next was the ultimate dare, a middle finger to Boosie and whoever he ran with. People in the streets even pushed the narrative that Nussie had a hand in the deaths of Boosie's partners, Josh, Ivy, and Ace. Them folks whispers stuck like gum on the pavement. And the irony, years later, Boosie owned alleged young hitter, Marlo Mike, would end up tatted on his stomach with the exact same words, "Yo Boosie, who next?" It was like the prophecy got written on flesh. 2010, prosecutor had their eyes locked on Marlo Mike as a teenager, but was already tied to so many bodies, it was like he had a graveyard under his belt. One of those bodies, the killing of Nussie. Prosecutors waved the taped confession like a victory flag. Marlo said Nussie got killed for clowning Ivy's death, straight up disrespecting the man Boosie loved like family. Supposedly, there was even a $15,000 bag promised for the hit, with paper trail rumors running back through a middleman named Michael Goose Judson. Sounded like a slam dunk, right? When it come to Boosie, them charges never stuck. Although Mike's confession gave the streets more gossip fuel, but in the eyes of the law, it was smoke with no flame they could prove. Meanwhile, Boosie had his own storm brewing. By 2012, he was on trial for the killing of Terry Boyd. And guess who the state tried to put on the stand? Although Mike again. But when it came time to testify, that boy folded, recanting parts of his story, flipping his words like a dolphin at SeaWorld. Boosie walked out now guilty. In the Nussie case, that joint faded out the courtroom spotlight. As for Marlo Mike, hammer still dropped. He got life without parole on the Boyd case. Nussie's name sitting on his jacket forever, even if it never went to trial. Whose next question ended up answered in ink on his own stomach. But by then, the streets already had the answer. Years rolled on after Nussie got chalked out on that America Street floor, but his name never stayed buried. Baton Rouge beefs lived long, sometimes longer than the people who sparked them. Boosie kept Nussie ghost alive with stray shots in his music, never letting that dirt settle. But then, out of nowhere, the next generation put the name back on blast. Enter NBA Youngboy, the new Baton Rouge fire starter, carrying that same city chaos on his back. Top drop a joint titled Nussie. No metaphors, no sneak disses, no half-stepping. Youngboy ain't from Nussie's era, but he taps into the same current. Grimy underbelly with Baton Rouge rap ain't just about music. It's about lineage, loyalty, giving a dime behind the words you spit. Naming that song Nussie wasn't just about balls. It was like spray painting a mural in audio form, bringing back the whispers, the legends, the beef, and the grimy street stories all in one verse. And that's the irony of Baton Rouge hip-hop. The city don't let you forget. A man could be gone for over a decade, but his name still gets pulled into tracks, still gets debated, still gets dissected like it just happened last night. But Nussie, a dude who lived grimy, hustled dirty, mocked the wrong man, and got taken out for it, even that couldn't close his chapter. When Youngboy dropped that track, the message was clear. Baton Rouge don't bury its ghost. It makes sure every new ear hears the name, feels the tension, and understands the blood that stained the streets before the beat ever dropped. Nussie may have thought he was writing his own legend when he held held up that rest in peace who next shirt. But in the end, the city would form with bullets, with tattoos, with trials, and now with songs that keeping his name alive echo through in the Baton Rouge streets. Long after the block he walked through has changed. Story of Nussie don't end with his death. It ends with his name still ringing long after his voice got silenced.
Yeah, that. Different seasons. We do it all, yeah. Yeah, I got riders from all sides, we locked in. Stock 10, these niggas think they got me boxed in. When I shoot, I'm something like top 10. Hitting targets and won't stop neither, they shouldn't have got me started. These niggas knowing who the hardest, we don't play at all. Different guns for different seasons. Nigga, we told them all, choppers for the fall, semis for the summer. Winter we told Glocks, yeah, it get cold around this motherfucker. Yeah, it get cold around this bitch, give me that Baymac hoodie. What you know about Raymond Washington, Stanley took it. Can't bring the homies to my shows, don't even book me, cause we frontline. Put it in my contract, I signed a dotted line. Yeah, we be outside, tatted up with no shirts on. He been hanging around for a minute, time to get put on. We stand strong, here for a minute, I ain't staying long. We back to back, and serve niggas just like ping pong. Thermals with them hoodies on, it get cold where we at. My bitch said I did a code, calling me like where you at? I be on them hot blocks, pull up get your ass wet. Summertime, push-ups and pull-ups, 7 set. Raised by a gangster, Ocho Siete. Slamming dominoes with my hollering out faint day. It'll be a melee, just give me a reason. Different quetes for different seasons. Nigga, we do it all. Yeah, I got riders from all sides, we locked in. Stock 10, these niggas think they got me boxed in. When I shoot, I'm something like top 10. Hitting targets and won't stop neither, they shouldn't have got me started. These niggas knowing who the hardest, we don't play at all. Different guns for different seasons. Nigga, we told them all, choppers for the fall, semis for the summer. Winter we told Glocks, yeah, it get cold around this motherfucker. Backwood stuff a whole eighth, and for that check I ain't never late. My name good in it whole weight. Ask me where I'm from, I'm gon' tell you, I don't hesitate. A to the A, both of them, I don't separate. Disrespect the game that I demonstrate. Squabble up, cause I ain't finna wait. Cause let's get this out the way. Mafias, we come out and play, this shit don't stop. Generation after generation, I get it from my pops. Quick to holler with that sim like OZ and Termite. Outside like roaches when they turn on them street lights. We do it all, hand-toe choppers for the fall. Cause we be gunning, that thing hold a whole 100. Got them niggas running, them niggas thought that I was bluffing. I'm David Ruffin, these slugs will make your heart stop pumping. Still thugging, and no, I don't need a reason. We be at it all 4 seasons, we do it all. Yeah, I got riders from all sides, we locked in. Stock 10, these niggas think they got me boxed in. When I shoot, I'm something like top 10. Hitting targets and won't stop neither, they shouldn't have got me started. These niggas knowing who the hardest, we don't play at all. Different guns for different seasons. Nigga, we told them all, choppers for the fall, semis for the summer. Winter we told Glocks, yeah, it get cold around this motherfucker.
I said, when's the last time you had a spiritual orgasm and made God orgasm through your presence of praise? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm going to get off of that because I see y'all looking down. Yes, but an authentic high praise. Hallelujah. Busting nuts here and there. Don't you know God created you to bust a nut, not just for you, but he wants you to help him bust a nut. Hallelujah. The Lord didn't make me a doctor for nothing. I understand, hallelujah, that he is an emotional being. I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now. Hallelujah. God, somebody say penetrate. God is ready for us to hit his G-spot.
Snake wasn't that puzzle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.